beautiful strangers. That's Casey.
That's Glenn, and we are
Stranger Are You Smiling?
We're getting a little cult-like with that.
Speaking of cults, I'm scared.
Of cults?
No. I've been watching a lot of horror films lately.
And I have been watching some horror films lately.
I'm doing research to write a movie. Why are you watching them?
I guess I hate myself because I don't enjoy them.
Why don't you enjoy them?
Because they're usually bad.
Okay, well, fair enough. That's a good point. So, in watching these films, we've discovered some things. We've taken some notes. So there are basically two kinds you could break them down to, and then break them down further. Those two kinds are
A real world type danger, which is generally just human killers and then maybe some brain mangling disease, and then supernatural dangers, which is so many things. There's vampires,
ghosts,
zombies,
possession,
creatures,
huge other creatures.
So lots of
stuff to choose from.
Yeah, lots of things. And we've also noticed that most of them, they tend to sort of take place in the same kind of world, weirdly enough, or rather a universe that governs itself by very similar rules.
Yeah, similar rules, yeah.
And so that got us to thinking, if we, as ourselves, lived in the horror movie world, how would we do?
How would we do?
How would we fare?
And it would differ between different subgenres. So, what about you, Casey? How would you fare?
I don't like my odds, Glenn.
Okay, why?
Because survival is for the beautiful and the bland, and I am neither of those things. I'm sort of funny and dry, but I'm also tall, gangly, flat-chested, and nearsighted, and have a weird nose. So, like, as an audience, no one wants to see me ride off into the sunset with a handsome dude in the aftermath of the brutal murder of all of our friends.
Okay.
And I feel like that's evidenced by my career acting in horror movies.
Actual horror movies.
I tend to not survive them, so.
I think my issue is going to be the fact that I'm overly goofy sometimes, and by sometimes I mean like most of the time. So that doesn't really bode well to be the goofy guy, because you're not going to be the main guy, first of all. If you're lucky at best, you're probably like the main guy's buddy, like his best friend or his brother or something that like used to be in the army or whatever and just got home. But like...
weirdly specific backstory.
That's one movie I was just watching.
You haven't been in the army.
I could be in the army.
But you haven't been.
No, I haven't been.
Okay.
But the point is, they're characters and they had different stories in movies. Yeah, you don't usually make it unless, if you're really lucky, you make it, you die, and then in the last scene, you like climb out of the rubble and you're like, oh, you thought I was dead, but I'm kind of almost not.
So you're kind of like Scream. Spoilers.
Wait for
Pause this. I'm not kidding. Okay.
Okay, that's not fun.
Randy Meeks.
Yeah.
He made it through the first one, but he did not get out of the sequel alive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So
Good point.
Glenn's the Jamie Kennedy of Stranger Are You Smiling?
Sure.
I don't guess I would make it to the final bloodbath, because that's usually at some big party or prom, the prom for 30-year-olds that we're going to.
I still need a date for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be there because I don't usually go to those, but, I could see the killer killing me on the way. Or I could be like, because I am nice.
Yeah.
I would say that I'm overall a kind person. I could see me making it, I don't know, like I die so that the heroine has a little more time to get away and run sexfully down the hallway.
Speaking of heroin, if you're doing heroin in a movie, you're not going to make it.
Yeah, start detox now.
We're not going to get into all the rules, but obviously there's the virtuous rule, the virginity rule. If you're sort of a wholesome person, you can make it maybe to the end. And if you're not, if you're doing weird stuff, if you're doing drugs and having sex, especially having sex in weird places, like, oh, hey, look, there's a van out in the woods that nobody's using right now. Let's go use that for something.
So basically your options are you can die or you can live a life that's not really a life. That's not true. any kids watching this. Like, no, the life without drugs and sex it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
So where do you
Yeah.
think that you would do best in all of the subgenres?
Well, it's a two-part answer. One part, the quick one, is I think I would do pretty well in anything involving a human being that's the bad guy because he's just some dude. And like, yes, he has a big butcher knife, but I can get a baseball bat and like, whatever. I'm not saying I'm not scared of anybody, but I feel like I can do okay. If it's a huge, scary creature, a massive Bigfoot, or like a 9-foot lizard guy, I'm just gonna probably pee my pants and have a heart attack and die
Doesn't even go out like a hero.
before he
Just
like walks across the room.
Okay.
But I think I would do pretty well in a zombie film.
You cannot eat zombies, Glenn.
This-
I don't want to have this conversation.
They are
with you
trying to
again.
eat me. No, sir. I will eat you.
Yes, Glenn, you would make it a very long way eating rotten, spoiled meat that is riddled with diseases and probably worms.
We don't need to get into that too far. You can
Okay.
watch a previous episode to see more on that. But I kind of view zombies as like this elemental force. It's almost like they're a hurricane or something that's attacking you from outside your home. And as long as you prepare for it, if you've got the things that you need, then I think you can maybe last for a while and be okay. Just kind of be smart about it. The only problem is they're sort of eternal. Zombies don't you don't kill the one big bad guy at the end and sort of it's over. Let's go to Denny's now. With zombies, they just sort of keep coming, so that could be problematic. What about yourself?
Ghost. Because a lot of them are just, they're basically like damaged people, and I'm pretty good at talking to people. And I like my chances in a ghost. I guess what I'm saying is I ain't afraid of no ghost. And bustin' makes me feel good.
Busting a move.
Ghost bustin'. So, what about you? How would you do in the strange universe of horror movies? Let us know in the comments. What are your chances and how would you survive?
How would you survive?
Final thoughts. Mine is hashtag I had a good run.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go with hashtag duct tape. Because you never know when you'll need it, no matter what subgenre you're in. Oh, zombies, you want to come in through that broken window? I don't think so. I utilized my duct tape.
I would utilize some duct tape right now if I could.
Okay, well.
So, best of luck to you when the weird things start happening. Get out your contour kit and start playing down any definitive personality traits that you might have. And
Stand up straight.
otherwise, I'll see you on the other side because I'm not going to make it.
Bye, strangers.
Bye, beautiful strangers. Ghost busted.